Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. Hello, welcome to the Mimi Show. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yes. I decided to do a live on Sunday. I'm going to set my goals. There we go. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome all, welcome you, welcome to the show. It's going to be a great show. I hope you guys enjoy it. Rockadoodle's barking at me. Oh, I hope my daddy gets him some treats. Let me call my husband. Can you get Rocky some treat-a-doos? Hello, Pickles. Hello, Demon Dictator. Honey? Hello, it's so good to see you. All right. We got Trump's war. We got Nancy still missing. We got hello?
Please leave your message for...
Honey, can you get Rocky some treats? He's barking at me. Barkadoo, rockadoo. Try one more time. I'm going to try one more time, rockadoo. The creeps come out at night. Oh, that's Stormy's channel. See if I can text him. What if I was in labor or something? What if I was in labor and my husband doesn't answer the phone? Okay. I used to tell him that. Answer your phone, honey, just in case the baby comes or something. But of course, I'm not pregnant or anything like that. But I'm just saying, what if he wouldn't answer the phone? Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day and happy and in good spirits. I am. We're going to get into this war situation because we got to keep up with what's going on, okay? We got to keep up with what's going on with Donald Trump's war do. Okay, let's see what this says.
Donald Trump is in full panic mode. He just gave an interview to NBC about his disastrous and unlawful war against Iran. It just blew up in his face. This was one of the worst interviews, if not the worst interview I think I may have seen in
Oh, wow. He did an interview. One of the worst interviews he's ever done. Let's check it out. Demon Dictator says hello to Cece. Hello, Cece. Thank you. Thank you, Cece. You're such a sweetheart. Hello, Lee. It's been a while. Welcome. Hello, Mary. You did? You enjoyed the live with my husband? He had a lot to say, didn't he? Yeah, he talks about it a lot during the day with me. So I figured, let me ask my husband to come on and see what he has to say about the war do, about Trump, about the whole situation. And he did really good. So he said he'll come back and do it again. He really enjoyed it and he had fun with you guys. Yes, 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 yes. I know Lee and Mary is here. Ring the bell. Let's put some fans in the chat. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I like when Danny Robinson says that. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's give a shout out to Danny Robinson. I haven't seen her do a live in the last few days. I think she's busy with school, but here's to her. Here's to you, Danny. Hi, Pickles. Yes, I will try to get him to do it again. Maybe on the weekends or at night. He's better at night when the babies sleep. Hello, pick it up and bend it. He was like, we don't have that many. He was complaining about how many views we got. And I was like, that's quite a bit. 500 is quite a bit of views. Fan, where your fans at? Where the fans at? Swartz up. Love to Danny Robinson, a great friend to Lady Letitia. She is truly, truly a friend. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty.
United States history.
So Donald Trump did an interview about the war, and it was a disaster. A disaster. Is hot. It's hot to do. It's hot to do in here. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Boop, 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 boop. She is a wonderful person, Demon Dictator. I am so grateful to have her as a friend and for her to help me out with all that I was going through with Maggot. What a great supporter. I love me some Danny. Yes. All his interviews are disaster. Let's hear this one.
Trump was all over the place. He looked weak and utterly pathetic. Let me show you what went down. Then let me bring out the receipts.
Okay. The other day, he said that Donald Trump was having a dementia moment. And so I didn't see the dementia moment. So let's see if we see a bad interview.
Facts about what's actually happening in the Middle East right now and across the world. So Donald Trump sat with NBC. And here is what he said. He says that he was very surprised that Iran decided to attack other Middle Eastern countries in response to the U.S.-Israeli strike operation, and that in response, the U.S. had to strike the Karg Island on Saturday, which he says, we totally demolished the island. And he said, most of it is gone, but we may have to hit it a few more times, and we may need to do that just for fun. He says we may need to hit the Karg Islands in the northern Persian Gulf for fun. You know,
for fun? Jesus. Help us, Lord. Donald Trump said we're going to hit the island for fun. What is fun about a missile coming towards an island and killing? What's fun about that, Donald Trump?
You know, when you say that, you create further rallying calls for the people of Iran around the new Ayatollah Mojaba. Like, do you realize what you're doing? And what a sick and demented thing to say, like war is fun. We've lost 13 service members.
What a despicable thing to say. What a despicable thing to say. Like, honestly, this is war. It'd be fun to hit the island. What is fun about war? Let me know in the comments. What is fun about Donald Trump hitting an island with a missile? Like this gentleman said, we've already lost servicemen and some that they're not even counting.
"200 members of our military were injured, many of them seriously injured, and you're out there talking about this as being fun and
Somebody need to tell the president of the United States of America that war and bombing people is not fun. He said it'll be fun. We've already demolished it, but we're not completely done with it. We might have to hit it a few more times, which will be fun. That's a disaster. Hello, Michelle Lee. You saw them? Like you saw them? Lee, like you saw them? Did you see Catherine? Did you see her? Was she beautiful?
bombing the Karg Islands as fun. It's absolutely despicable. As part of this interview as well, Donald Trump said that Iran is begging to make a deal with him. They want to make a deal desperately with me.
Lying. Now he's lying because that is not what Iran is saying. They're not trying to desperately make a deal with him.
Donald Trump told NBC, but Donald Trump said that I don't want to do a deal yet because the terms just aren't good enough yet for me. So then when he was asked by NBC, so what are those terms that they're offering you and what are you claiming would be better terms? Donald Trump refuses to answer because he's lying about all of this, right?
He's lying. We got a president that lies to our face. And not only is he lying, it's that we know he's lying. Iran is not doing a deal. That's that stupid stuff. Make it make sense. Trump, you know Iran is not desperately trying to make a deal with you. They want you to stop. But since you're not going to stop, Donald Trump, stop lying on these people. Stop telling stories.
Right now, everything he's lying. And then he talks about how he's working with other countries on a plan to secure the Strait of Hormuz. No, you're not.
Hi, Marine.
No other country wants to work with you on this. In fact, a few days back, you told the United Kingdom, we don't want your help at all. Get your ships away. There was a false report, a rumor that I believe the Trump regime started saying that France was going to be sending its battleships to help out in the Strait of Hormuz. And France is like, oh, no. Absolutely not. By the way, you have leaders of countries like Turkey saying we're being dragged into this, but we ain't ever going to be involved in this war. And you have many nations saying, keep us the hell out of this. Italy.
Can you imagine having an ally like Trump getting you into some mess? Getting you into some mess, some more stuff. I'm not getting involved. You're not going to involve me in your mess, Donald Trump. You on your own. The allies is like, no, we're not sending any troops. We're not sending any boats or aircraft or anything your way. Oh, Lee, you should share your pictures with us. Oh, this is off topic. When I woke up at 6:30 this a.m., I saw a live in the middle of the night. What in the world happened? What channel was the fire shot? Michelle Lee, if you go to my channel, Lady Letitia Unfiltered, you will see the Lacey and Joe response that I had on Polo's chat yesterday. I was on Polo's panel yesterday, and me and Lacey got into it really bad. And so if you want to see, you can't see, he took down the live for some reason, so the live isn't up there anymore. But you can go to my Lady Letitia Unfiltered, and you'll be able to see. Here, let me show you. Rock-a-doo-little. Okay, here we go. So go to Lady Letitia Unfiltered. Okay, here, I'll just put it in the link. Okay, here is where you go get that live that I did last night. And it kind of will explain a little bit more of what happened, Michelle Lee. Lisa, she was there by pure chance. You were in shock. Oh, that's great. That is so awesome, Lee, that you got to see the princess and the future king and queen of England.
Saying, keep us out of this. No one wants to be involved with this in Donald Trump. And here's the thing. Iran and every country knows that this is just a lie. Iran is not offering to make deals with Donald Trump. We've heard from Iranian leadership. They want full reparations for all of the damage that's been caused. And they said that they want American bases out of the Middle East, and that if those two conditions are met, then they will allow ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. But Iran believes that it is in a position of strength in negotiations right now. Lots of Middle East nations and other nations are now trying to negotiate directly with Iran. They see the United States as being weak and incapable and led by a demented individual who lies about everything like that. And again, when you say things like that, I don't know, you're trying to appeal to the 20% of your MAGA base that's left. I mean, is that what you're trying to do? Because the rest of the world knows you're just a liar, and it makes you have zero credibility on top of the zero credibility that you, I guess, never had in the first place.
He's a liar. Our president is a straight up liar. He's lying to us. Who's Stormy? Which Stormy? Polo asked me to have a shot with him yesterday, and then I went up to do that. That was the whole purpose of me being on the panel, was to hang out with Polo. I never had a problem with Polo. Me and Polo never had an issue before. And I really don't see us having an issue now. Polo is not saying anything nefarious or nasty about me. So I have no reason to be upset with Polo other than I really don't. I don't think that he knew that me and Lacey was going to get into it. I don't think it was a setup per se. I just think it was one of those things that happened. I had an appointment at a bank there. Oh, look at you. Hello, James. Why are you saying that he's a liar? He is. He is. He's lying to he's lying to the people, talking about Iran wants to make a deal. He knows that's not true. And then when they asked him, James, when they asked him about the plans, he couldn't even tell us. He's lying to us. He's saying that this war, it's not a war for us, it's a war for them. This is a war. That's all he does is lie. You know what? Let me let you guys on a little secret. I am a Democrat by trade, but I am one of those people that can be independent too. Because if the other party is saying something that I like, that I would agree with them. But there is no way in hell I would have voted for Donald Trump ever for any reason. We had the first time he was the president, it was a total disaster. It was a total disaster. He was separating parents and kids from their family, trying to make that a deterrent. Now he's taking away SNAP, Medicaid. Groceries is going up. Gas is going up. We're in a recession. You name it, it's happening. The job market ain't doing good. People are losing their jobs. No, this is what's going on with this president. And he said that he was a businessman and he was going to make us some money. The only money he's making is in his pockets. He's got $3 billion in the start of the start of his presidency. He was not a billionaire, let alone a millionaire. He was facing bankruptcy. King says, I don't know. He's dealt with a lot of issues he said he was going to do. And seems like the Democrats in the media can't get over it. I don't know if it's the Democrats. I think his own people are kind of getting a little frustrated with the Epstein files and so on and so on. You met them? Lee, did you meet Catherine? You got a picture? Michelle Lee, that's where you go and you can go and watch my live after this. I just posted it. And Lee, if you have pictures, send it and I will show everyone. Let me know. What else is going on? Lee says, I love the market. I love going there when I'm there, Demon Dictator. Oh. Hello, homie. They did want to make a deal, and then Trump said no. Even Iran said that Trump said no. Okay, I don't remember hearing that. I remember them saying, bring it on. We're not backing down. We're going to fight you. That's what I heard, King. So, interesting. I don't want to quote him on saying something that I don't have like an article or proof on, but okay, have a good nap-a-doo. Some rest, Judy Bird. Oh, I want to go, Demon Dictator and Lee. I want to go. I want to come. I want to meet up and do a chit chat. Hello, Cassandra. Welcome. Good to see you. Are you going to tell me with an honest face that he's doing worse than when Biden was in a... You know good and well that Joe Biden was the better president. I know. He was a quiet president, but he wasn't taking away SNAP. He didn't take away Meals on Wheels. He's not taking away things that people need, King. Yes, Biden is a better president. For sure. He's thinking about the people. Donald Trump thinks about himself. He's not thinking about the people. They don't have to reveal military plans. Of course, he's not going to reveal any military plans, Debbie. He's just going to do what the hell he wants to do. And then we sit back and find out later that he's done it. Oh, wow. How do you feel about him saying that he's going to be fun bombing them? You didn't talk about that, Debbie. How he said it would be fun bombing the island. Why would it be fun bombing someone else's home? How was that okay? That's that stupid stuff. That's right, Kiss. That's right. They're not giving the real media, so we got to come on YouTube and get it. Trump is corrupt. He wants Iran to take their pants off, and bend over after surrendering their resources for his personal gain. Thank you for that, Michelle Lee. Comment of the moment comes from Michelle Lee. Sounds like a great idea, Demon Dictator. Chris, what's Trump's plan? He's completely insane, dragging us into a swamp. A swamp. People will die. People will go hungry. Little kids will go hungry. People will lose their homes. That's what's happening. The Epstein files is a smoking gun. It is too. He is trying, Donald Trump is trying to deflect from the Epstein files and not show the Epstein files. And I wonder why, when he campaigned on it. Democrats had it for 4 years, and I don't know why Joe Biden didn't bring out the files. Shame on Joe Biden. Thank you. My pants, it matches my pants. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how. And they didn't use it because they were more Democrats in the Epstein files than there is Republicans in it. Well, if that is the case, then why is Bundy hiding the files? If there's more Democrats, because I know that's what you guys thought, that it was a whole bunch of Democrats in Clinton and everybody was going to be in the files. But come to find out that Bundy doesn't want to show the files. And why is that? Is it because her president is in there? Mentioned 3,200 times? You don't say. And a girl has accused him of slapping her. Okay, I'm coming. People are getting killed. We are all human beings, not a good thing to be proud of. The e-files have been available for any party to release. Yes, and I am Not happy that we didn't release them. And I'm also not happy that Joe Biden then did not stop Donald Trump from this convicted felony. He's got 32 convicted felonies, but he was able to go and sign up to be president again. And he has a record. He's been getting away with murder. Donald Trump has been getting away with pure D, no draft yet, Debbie. How in the hell? I thought drafting been over. And why do they need to draft people? They ain't got enough people. What if you had a son that they were going to draft to go over there and fight Donald Trump's war? How would you feel? How would you feel if your son or daughter were drafted? Oh, Lee, I would love to do that. That would be so fun. What is her tickets? Like $1,000? Retirement numbers are higher than ever. I don't know what that means. I don't know what people retiring have to do with the people that has to work and need food and Medicaid. What does that have to do with anything? People are starting to retire early because, and that's, I don't get it. I don't get the point. What about the millions and millions that have to work, put food on the table? Yeah, what about those people? Not the ones that are retired. What about the ones that are not retired? Yes, I'm live, Snowdrop. Are you in the main chat? Oh, I would go. If I was in the country, I would definitely go to the ball. How much is the tickets? Hit the like button. Guys, hit the like button. I have 45 people in here. I should have 45 likes. You know why? Because I got 7 likes. That is so disheartening. Come on, guys. We can do better than that. Come on. I'll wait. Take a few minutes to hit the like button. It's only 9. Only have 9 likes. There's no PowerPoint presentation explaining to the general public military plans. Sorry. Rockajou, I know that they're not going to say, they just said that they were going to bomb an island. That's a military plan. And he said he already bombed it, but he's excited to be bombing it again, and it's going to be fun. Why is bombing an island fun, Debbie? Can you explain that to us? Why would your president say that bombing someone is fun? That's it? Oh, wow, I could do that. Just got to get my plane ticket and my hotel. When is the ball? No matter what, her child being sent to a war, it is so horrible. It is. And it's a war that you didn't sign up for. You didn't sign up to serve. Did you sign up to serve? Did your son sign up to serve? He's working in corporate. And they tell him, you got to come out of corporate and you got to go over there and serve. for Donald Trump. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like.
But Donald Trump goes on to continue to lie during this interview. I'll share more portions of it with you, where during this interview, when NBC was asking about Donald Trump removing sanctions against Russia and allowing Russia to sell its oil sell its oil to any country at this point, not just India, but Russia can sell its oil that had already been loaded onto ships but had been sanctioned. They can sell it anywhere right now. And this was against the wishes of the entire G7, the 6 other nations said absolutely not. But Donald Trump did it to help Putin at the same time. Russia is very publicly saying they're helping Iran against the United States. Donald Trump's rushing to help Russia. But Donald Trump then attacks Zelensky in this interview. And Donald Trump says, I'm surprised that Zelensky doesn't want to make a deal. Tell Zelensky to make a deal because Putin's willing to make a deal. Trump added that Zelensky was...
It is not your place to tell Zelensky to make a deal with someone that wants his property. No, you wouldn't give it up, Donald Trump. What is he talking about? You're going to give a piece of America to Putin? So why should Zelensky? It's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, that's not bad. I could probably do that, Snowdrop. I just got to get my plane ticket. High political people typically don't have their children going to the wars. Oh, okay. They don't go, but the others do. Thank you, Grace. Yeah, hit like on both pages everywhere you go. And if you're on the mobile one, just tap your phone twice. Rock-a-doo, little. Rock-a-doo. Rock-a-doo-doo. Rock-a-doo, little. Rock-a-doo, rock-a-doo. What's wrong, rock-a-doo? Rock-a-doo. I'm a barking, I'm a barking, I'm a barking, I'm a barking. I'm barking. My mom is barking, 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 baby. Mwah. You gonna sit here with mommy and be a good boy? He hates when I pick him up because I'm always playing with him, his face and doing stuff. Yeah, he had a barkadoo. I had a barkadoo. A barkadoo. Hello, pick it up and bend it. It's so good to see you. Thank you, Lee. Summer ball tickets, Castle. It's in June. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, hey, how about I'll go. I'm not going by myself. I'm out of the country. Where will you be? Are you not going to the ball? Snowdrop? Yeah, that's not bad. Mostly sons who did bleed of lost brothers because of Iran involvement. And I have 2 nephews who volunteered to serve. They knew now what was being asked of them. Well, good for them, Debbie. Good for them. That's honorable of them to volunteer. But a lot of people don't want to volunteer. Oh, Castle's going is down by the cost, so you would have to stay down there for a night. Okay. Bob, hello. Okay. Yeah, I tried to call Daddy to see if we can get some treats, but I don't know. He didn't answer the phone. Maybe he'll just remember to get some. Right, Rockadoo? Oh, okay. British Airways.
Far more difficult to make a deal with than Vladimir Putin over efforts to end Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And then when Donald Trump was asked about the offer by Zelensky to help the United States with drone interceptors, satellites to stop these Shahid drones from the Iranians, which are just devastating American interests in the Middle East and other interests controlled by Arab nations in the Middle East that are being targeted by these Shahid drones. Donald Trump's response is, quote, "The last person I need help from is Zelensky. I don't want his help at all." This, as the United States military has formally requested help from President Zelensky, and Zelensky's offer to help, and Donald Trump saying, "We don't want that help," when Zelensky is probably the single most knowledgeable person on the planet right now of how to deal with these drones and ballistic missiles based on Russia's invasion. So Trump is helping Russia attack. I mean, just look at what's happening in plain view. Donald Trump is helping Russia attack the United States, while at the same time, Donald Trump is saying, "I don't want the help from Zelensky to stop Russia." What do you think is happening here? In my opinion, it's the most treasonous and traitorous stuff. What I've said there is not my opinion, though. My opinion is that it's the most treasonous and traitorous stuff. The underlying facts that inform my opinion, let me be clear, are undisputed. Donald Trump said that. Here's what Russia's doing. So you decide for yourself if you believe my opinion to be accurate. Also, in this interview, Donald Trump said he's, quote, "not concerned at all about rising U.S. gas prices ahead of the midterms." He said, yeah, they may be clogged up a little bit, but we will be unclogged.
Clogged up a little bit. Clogged up. Like your sink is clogged up. The oil's going to be, what the hell does that mean? Yes, he was. Yes, thank you, Demon Dictator. Hello, look at the elite chick with the crown is back. Whoa. Where are we going? We're going to Lady C's ball. It's $300, which is not bad. And then we just got to figure out where we're going to stay and get our hotel, our airfare. It's in June. We got plenty of time. That's fun. Oh, thank you. He is adorable. He is adorable, little rockadoo little. Hello, Hello, DeLove. Good to see you. Yeah, I will too. If Snowdrop convinces me to go, I'll go. Oh, it's your birthday. Ooh, and Little Bit's birthday is in July. We went to a birthday party yesterday, and she did not want to leave. We were there way after the party was over. Yeah, we're going there. We're going, Ziggy Lee. We're going to the Wellness Australia trip. Yeah, it's $3,000 a plate. Thank you. He is. He's adorable. I'll go if you were going, or Fiona or Pat. Okay. Hello. Hello. Official King Payne. Guys, let's put some fans in the chat for Official King Payne for me. The Wayshin Network is here. Hello. Why don't you come up? Hello. It's so good to see you, Official King Payne. Can we get some fans in the chat for Official King Payne? Oh, so it's not they draft you and then you have to go. You have to say yes or no. Okay, that makes a difference. And my answer would be hell no. No, my kids are not going. No, not to fight in a senseless war. Did he say something to me? The crowns. Yes. So good to see you, Official King Payne. I'm not clueless, Lewis. I'm going to highlight your stuff, Debbie. Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. I didn't vote for him. Oh, okay. Meet and greet here in Dallas, Texas at the W. At the W, yes.
Unclogged very soon. Yep. Unclogged very soon is what Donald Trump says. Also, Donald Trump talking about the new.
So Donald Trump is going to unclog the oil. It's clogged up. Okay. Yes, we can do it. I'm all for girls trip. They always go. I know Trevor didn't go last year because his father had passed away. Yes, Official King Payne was in the house. Ooh, that was fun. Anybody that wants to come up can come up. Oh, she did a show with Paula today. Check it out. Julia Unleashed with Paula M. Ooh, I finally caught up. Yes.
New supreme leader of Iran. Mojtaba Khomeini. Donald Trump was asked whether you believe he's still alive. And Trump goes, I don't know if he's even alive. So far, nobody's been able to show him. I'm hearing he's not alive. And if he is, he should do something very smart for his country, and that's surrender. But then he said that the claim that Mojtaba is dead is just a rumor. So Donald Trump is all over the place.
He's all
How
over
utterly
the place.
pathetic is that? And here's what we're learning. Let's just talk facts. Let's bring out receipts, right? Israel has informed the United States it's running critically low on ballistic missile interceptors as the conflict with Iran continues. This is what U.S. officials are telling Semaphore and others. A U.S. official said Washington had been aware of Israel's limited interceptor capacity for months, adding, quote, it's something we expected and anticipated. The official stressed that the U.S. military is not facing a similar shortage of interceptors, which, by the way, is a total lie. If we're not running low on interceptors, why do you want to do a supplemental in order to fund?
Thank you.
Regarding Andrew, I think
He has more than one video. So we're going to move on.
All hell is breaking loose as Donald Trump has caused
All hell is breaking loose.
an already disastrous and unlawful war against Iran to spread throughout the entire world. Yes, the world is at war right now. Call it what you will. I'm going to give you all of the data points and receipts, as I always do here on the Midas Touch Network. By the way, make sure you hit subscribe. We're heading to 7 million subscribers. Let's see how many. Full of holes and inviting rather than deterring trouble. U.S. is now begging others, even China, to help it make Hormuz safe. Iran.
Hi, Divine.
Calls on brotherly neighbors to expel foreign aggressors, especially as their only concern is Israel. That's the message that is coming out of Iran right now, as Donald Trump has made the U.S. look as weak as it ever has in its history at this point. And all of its security guarantees, all of its promises right now are proving to be a liability for those allied with the United States and not a help. They've left. We've left the Arab nations and Asian allies.
So we think the man is still alive? Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Snowdrop, you're going to have to tell her, come up with something, huh? A little bit of sleep. My voice carries anyway. I have a loud voice. Ooh, says Mills. Who's Mills? Nope. No, we're not. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Megan's cooking. No, they're going to be cooking for us. I have seen credible reports that go was smuggled into Russia. Montalvo was smuggled into Russia, where he received surgery. Interesting. Okay, word on the curb, guys. Brian. Let's see. Snowdrop, Ziggy Lee. I hate being on the Midas Touch. They make so many good videos that I can't find time to watch them all. Julian. I think he meant to say he likes.
Eyes on their own, essentially. So let's just go through the facts. Let's look at the entire world. This is global, folks. What's happening? Obviously, the Gulf is engulfed in a war right now. We know that. But let's take a look at what's happening.
Where'd you go?
North Korea, South Korea, Japan, Europe. Let's talk about Ukraine. It's in Europe. Let's talk about the rest of the world. North Korea fired about 10 ballistic missiles towards the Sea of Japan and Saturday. Seoul's Joint Chiefs of Staff said, days after Pyongyang warned of, quote, terrible consequences over ongoing South Korea-U.S. military drills. And so you want to know what those military drills entailed? They were actually cover for the U.S. going into South Korea and getting rid of the THAAD and Patriot systems and moving them over to the Middle East as the United States runs out of munitions. South Korean TV captured what was really happening and why.
They got some good stuff going on.
Same old. He's causing the war to spread.
Was North Korea doing these ballistic missile tests and other cruise missile tests to basically say to South Korea, North Korea was saying to South Korea, look.
Debbie says, word on the curb is Majanbo, I can't pronounce his name, is in a coma with severe abdominal injuries, lost a leg. Okay, I'm going to highlight this because this is word on the curb too. And you guys can check that out. Yes, that is true, Mills. Yes. Yeah, we're going to holler at her across the room, Ziggy Lee, and ask her why hadn't she went to go see her father. We're going to ask some questions. I'm going to write something on a napkin and have the waiter go slip it to her. Lies about the new Aryan leader, death by the yeah, they're trying to say everybody's then passed away.
We know that you don't have these Patriot interceptors anymore and THAAD interceptors anymore. Good luck. Let's talk about what's happening in Moldova. A serious breach took place where Russian drones, which are the Iranian manufactured Shahed drones, crossed into Moldova during mass strikes on Ukraine.
Oh, no, that's not.
So in the past 24 to 48 hours, one of the biggest Russian strikes against Ukraine yet, killing 7, injuring 46 across Ukraine, targeting civilians and the energy grid. Ordinary homes, schools, civilians, businesses has also been hit, according to President Zelensky of Ukraine. And then some of those drones ended up in Moldova.
Isn't that war crime?
The Moldovan foreign minister, Mihai Popsoy, says Russia's war against Ukraine threatens the safety of our citizens. And Russia's been the biggest beneficiary, frankly, along with Iran, of Donald Trump's unlawful war against Iran. Donald Trump has removed all of the oil sanctions against Iran. Iran's able to sell its oil to the rest of the world now. Trump regime is trying to be like, well, it's temporary and it's just the oil that was previously already loaded but was prevented from getting to where it was. Well, the price of oil's basically as high as it's been in a very long time. Russia's economy was tanking. This is the biggest bailout to Russia imaginable. No European nations, other than Hungary under Orban, wanted this. all of the G7 nations other than the United States condemn this and did not want this to happen and are shocked and horrified that this is happening. And Russia is helping Iran against the United States. Russia is saying publicly that they are in solidarity with Iran against the United States, yet Donald Trump is continuing to help out Russia. And then in response to Zelensky working with the United States military to provide the interceptor drone technology against the Shahids to help with the situation right now in the Middle East, which is an utter disaster because Donald Trump launched this war because Netanyahu was going to do it first. And then Donald Trump was completely unprepared and threw all of the Arab nations under the bus. Donald Trump has been saying, I don't want Zelensky's help at all. The last person whose help I need is Zelensky. That just tells you everything you need to know about what a small, sick, and disgusting human being Donald Trump is. The last person's help you need is actually the person.
Zelensky is our ally. Why wouldn't we want his help? Smash that like button, guys. Please throw me in the algorithm. I want to be put in the algorithm. Oh, I made a new goal too for my super chat, super stickers. If you guys feel all charitable, appreciate that. Yeah. Come on, guys. Only got 18 likes. I know I can get to 100. It is so important to get to at least 100. You're getting snow again. Trump knows he can't run for president again. He's going to try to not leave the office. Okay? He's going to try not to leave the Oval Office. Him and his gold. Okay? And his ballroom. Will his ballroom be ready before he leaves? Debbie, do you know that? Will his ballroom be finished before he got to up and leave? Trump knows he can't run for president again, and he's been exposed in the Epstein files. That's why he's trying to destroy everything. Interesting, Shanoa. I like that comment. Yes, especially since we are expecting snow again. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. I think I seen one of Lauren's videos that hi AT2. Hello. I'll drop the link just in case. It's so good to see you. Everybody put some fans in the chat for AT2 for me. Our friend. Where my fans at? Where my fans at? Oh, we always say hello when celebrities come and visit us, AT2. And you're a celebrity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. I hope you're feeling the love, AT2. Well, I don't understand this, guys, why Trump is so mean to Zelensky. But then when it comes to Vladimir Putin, he act like they're best friends. And it's weird. It's a weird-a-do. That is our ally. We supposed to be helping Zelensky.
whose help you need the most, you sick and disgusting, vile piece of trash. There's nobody objectively who has the knowledge of how to deal with these Shaheeds and ballistics other than Zelensky. Not only have they developed the interceptor technology in Ukraine, the interceptor technology alone isn't what's needed. That's helpful. You also need to know how you look at the surveillance, how you track these Shahed drones. U.S. doesn't have those capabilities. That's why our military is asking for help. That's why CENTCOM has asked for help. That's why
we need all these programs that he keeps removing and taking away from us, like the cancer research program. He removed funding for that.
NATO has asked for help, and Donald Trump's like, we don't want it. Go away. We don't need your help, Zelensky. And then
we need their help. That is just such a stupid statement. Like he said, Zelensky knows the intelligence. He knows what's going on. He lives and breathes over there. He can tell Donald Trump, what's going on.
Donald Trump, in this NBC interview I talked about earlier this morning, he just starts attacking Zelensky and says, Zelensky's the problem, not Putin. The reason that there's still the war in Ukraine is because of Zelensky.
How in the world are you going to say it's Zelensky's fault and not Putin's fault? Putin is not our ally. He is not our friend, Donald Trump. Get with the Kool-Aid. The real flavor. During his interview Saturday with the NBC News about the Iran war, President Trump suddenly attacked Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, who has sent counter-drone systems and experts to the Middle East to assist combating the threat of Iranian one-way attack drones.
Excuse me, Putin invaded Ukraine, you traitorous, treasonous piece of crap, you Putin. The reason that there's still the war in Ukraine is because of Zelensky. Excuse me, Putin invaded Ukraine, you traitorous, treasonous piece of crap, you. What are you?
Say it again. Just say it again.
Launch this war because Netanyahu was going to do it first, and then Donald Trump was completely unprepared and threw all of the Arab nations under the bus. Donald Trump has been saying, I don't want Zelensky, and says Zelensky's the problem, not Putin. The reason that there's still the war in Ukraine is because of Zelensky. Excuse me, Putin invaded Ukraine, you traitorous, treasonous piece of crap.
Ain't that stupid stuff? Putin invaded him. That's why the war is going on, not the other way around. That's that stupid stuff. Yep. He's a Muslim. You got to be more careful. Okay, we finna move on.
Happy, what are you talking about? Donald Trump is humiliating the United States on the world stage.
He's humiliating us. He's humiliating us. He's humiliating us. We are embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
And yes, the security umbrella, as the Iranian foreign minister alludes to, has collapsed. There are so many holes in the umbrella, it is pouring down Shahed drones throughout the Middle East. The United Arab Emirates, which allied with the United States, they've seen their port of Fujairah in the UAE completely, look at what it looks like, on fire. That's like it's one of its main exporting areas outside of the Strait of Hormuz. You take a look at the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad, Iraq right now. That was hit. And the embassy in Iraq right now has told all American citizens, get out while you can. Get out of Iraq right now. Show you what's going on as well. You have Hamas's one of Hamas's leaders, Bassem Naim, saying this epic battle is the battle of liberation from American domination. and dismantling its primary tool in the region, namely Zionist occupying regime. And we are at the heart of this battle, neither neutral nor mere observers. By the way, remember when Donald Trump said, oh, well, there's a ceasefire going on in Gaza right now. There was never a ceasefire going on in Gaza. Was
It is embarrassing.
Israel able to strike and attack
Embarrass, as Maggot would say.
lots of Hamas people?
Embarrass.
Yes, but overwhelmingly what we've seen over the past several months since Donald Trump claimed there's peace in Gaza, we've seen hundreds and hundreds of innocent people who have been killed and slaughtered in Gaza, children and their parents who are not Hamas. Okay. And if you want to look at what southern Lebanon looks like right now, you want to look at what Beirut looks like in the area, the suburban areas.
Come up,
is right there, under the statements of we're going after Hezbollah.
I have a question for you, AT2, about Lady T. Okay. Files. The Raw. That's what I'm going to call you. Hello, The Raw. What do you know about her? Like, she just seems different. A little out there. A little. The reason why I asked is because I heard her go off or talk nasty to an 18-year-old. And I was just wondering, like, she just seems unfiltered, I should say. And that's what I was asking Donat about, actually. What type of person is she? And you guys seem to know her more than, because I hear you bring up her name every now and then. Yeah, I did a video on it. Mm-hmm. Maggot called him. He's 18. Maggot called him a bitch. And Lady T was talking about his nuts. Mm-hmm. It was disgusting. It was a shock to me too. And then it's weird how they try to downplay it. And the mother was on the live too, which is Lacey. Do you know her? Anyway, we got into it last night on Polo's channel. It was really raw. Yeah, I snapped. I didn't mean to, but I did. And it just, maybe it was because of that. Yeah. Okay.
Hezbollah. By the way, there is Hezbollah there, right? And Hezbollah is bad. Like, let's be clear. I'm not making excuses for Hezbollah. Hezbollah should be eradicated.
Lisa.
Absolutely. However, in southern Beirut, you've seen hospitals that have been blown up.
God, I didn't know she was a racist. She's a racist? AT2? Yes, me and her got into it last night really bad. I snapped. I was on Polo's chat. Polo asked me to come have a shot with him. And so I went to go do that. And then some kind of way she got on the panel and started questioning me. And I told her I didn't like her tone. Oh, wow. Yeah, she almost, I think she said something about my hair. Trying to talk about my hair. I didn't appreciate that. But yeah, it was bad. I told her about herself. I told her that she was wrong to have her son on Maggie's panel in her chat talking about him like he's some thug on the street or something like that. It was really pathetic. Lisa. Who did I get into it with it now? Lacey. Wow, shame on her. Yeah, and the story goes on and on and on. I would love to show you a clip, but you have to come up first. Where she was like, Lady T was saying what she said about the young man, and Maggie just flat out called him a bitch. And the mother just sat there and just let it happen. It was weird. And I called her out on it. And so she was questioning me, and I was reminding her. So she's a racist. Come to find out, guys. Okay? Come to find out to do. What's going on in my chat? Wow, Lisa says, yes, that's Jelly. She's a racist. That's been proven by several creators already. She's also a great liar. Wow. Ooh, girl, you got I know the lying part, Lisa, and I told her about that. I said, you lied on your sister. You lied on your sister. You said that she stole your identity when she didn't. Yes, exactly. In her orbit. Yeah. Now I know Polo and Maggot are friends, but we kept that separate. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying, Lisa? I just kept that separate from everything. We didn't talk about her. We didn't bring her up. She was not a subject of conversation. We would just talk about other little things, but the conversation came up about Ben and what he had said to Plotter. And that's how the conversation started. Incoming opinion popped her first. Trees, Danny, I think. AT2 also. What? I didn't get that. Totally went over my head.
Last 48 hours, 19 medical professionals were killed. Spain condemned Israeli killing of these, top medical professionals there who were there to help people. Southern Beirut has been leveled, and Israel now saying it's going to be doing a ground invasion, a full-fledged ground invasion into Lebanon. So things are spiraling out of control, there as well. And you're turning the populations toward Iran, against the United States, and Donald Trump's statements of we're obliterating Iran, the Iranian people are menaces and they're nasty, and the attacks on the desalination facilities,
we're gonna
and the oil depots in Iran,
we're gonna blow
and the
them up. What kind of talk is that? You never hear a president talk about blowing people up, do you? Oh, okay. Thank you, Lisa. Well, shame on you, Lacey. Now you got something else going on with yourself. You got racism added. Well, it was always there. I'm just not finding out. Ooh. How comfortable was she to say that word? After all you've been through, Lady Letitia, I can't listen to any more drama. This is what I told Stormy this morning. I said, you can't let it consume you to where you're talking about it all the time. That's why my schedule is Trump's war, Nancy's missing, Harry and Meghan, and more news. I didn't wake up or get on here to talk about any of them. And I had said what I was going to say about them yesterday on my basement channel. Lady Letitia Unfiltered. It's a great live. It goes over what happened and in detail of what Lacey allowed Meghan and Maggot and Lady T to say and do with her son. It was very disgraceful. Anyway, but every now and then I'll get a question and I'll answer it. Some of you may be curious of what happened, and I don't mind telling you. So, and it is drama, unfortunately. And yes, I did snap yesterday, and it probably was just built up crap-a-doolittle. So, yeah, he is. He's talking about blowing up people. What the hell is that? How would you blow up people, Donald Trump? That's not good. We're going to blow them up. What if they said that about you? We're going to blow you up. We're going to blow up the United. We're going to blow you guys up. You don't know what's going to come out of Donald Trump's mouth. Like when he called them the Kung Fu virus. Why would he say that? The Kung Fu virus. And calling people Pocahontas. Well, Lee, your prayers were answered. That's for sure. And I was praying too, girlfriend. Because you just don't know what's going to happen with people that are out to get you, out to see you fail, out to take something from you. Maggot was out to take something from me. And in that process, she lost because she was lying. She was deceitful, manipulative, and just downright nasty to the judge. My God. But I said to myself, you can't stand her. You don't like her. You never will. You don't want to have anything to say to her. So it's time to move on again. And that's, like what I said I was going to do, move in silence. I have nothing really else to say about her bad built hippo. I don't. Like, I have no respect for her. She's like the gum on the bottom of my shoe. Yeah, I heard someone else say that the other day. I said, you guys get that from me? The gum. Yeah. He has no filter whatsoever. And I don't have this big beef with Lacey. No, I was just telling her what I felt. She asked me, I told her, and it just snapped the way it came out. But going back and forth with her, no. For what? I think I would be giving her content for sure, because I don't really know her, and I don't care. No, I like her sister Stormy, because she's just got that kindness about herself. She comes across genuine, nice, and kind. And I'm kind of glad she stuck around on the internet and is going to make a home for herself, on YouTube, because it's very rewarding. It really is. It's very fun. It's rewarding. And if you have a good base, a good group of supporters, there's nothing you can't do. And so that's what it is. But you are going to get some haters. You are going to get hate mail. I realize that. And you're not exempt You are not exempt. If you're on here and you collaborate with other people, you best believe, even if you don't collaborate, you're subject to be talked about. So you got to have thick skin.
Entry schools, killing 150 elementary school girls. You've lost any minute support that possibly may have existed to begin with. That's what's really happening on the ground. You may not like me, the elementary school girls.
Elementary school, the 150 little girls and boys got bombed, a whole school. Donald Trump said that they stole one of their systems and hit the school. That's what happened. That's what Donald Trump said. He lied. He said they took one of their missiles and did it. Why would they do that to their kids? Makes no sense. You guys made a mistake and targeted that school. Will we ever find out the truth?
And they're nasty, and the attacks on the desalination facilities and the oil depots in Iran and the elementary schools, killing 150 elementary school girls. You've lost any minute support that possibly may have existed to begin with. That's what's really happening on the ground.
If that had been my child that was in that group of 150, I would have politely booked a flight to the United States of America, went up into Congress and raised hell. I would have camped out. I would have said, I want a meeting. I want to talk to somebody about this, because my daughter was killed in your bomb situation. Can you imagine? Your baby's getting ready to go to school today, and next thing you know, a bomb, a whole missile is coming through the freaking front door, kaboom. And don't nobody know where it came from. But according to satellite, it came from the United States. And he's talking about this is fun. Ain't nothing fun about this war that you created, Mr. Trump, that nobody wants, not even your people. Ain't that right, Debbie? You don't want this war. What I like about it is the people, the subscribers, you guys, honestly, Lee. Without the chat, because I normally, before I start doing lives, I was uploading videos and just doing a lot of comments in the section. I would never do lives. And then I started doing them and I was like, oh God, this is really fun. I like hanging out with you guys. I like talking, interacting with you guys. And because I think I would have let it go by now. I wasn't expecting any money from it, but I'm supposed to be working. So I have to treat this as income. And that's what I'm treating it as now. But when I first started out, I never thought it could be a way of income, but it can be. That's a nice benefit as well, especially lately. But maggot, the cause for diarrhea. Yes, you know it. You get it. You get it, CC. Yeah, the pimple, the ooze that comes. Oh, and yes, she's disgusting. We get it. CC, I think we got it. Woo! Snap, crackle, and Doolittle. Cece, no, you're right here. Mwah. Kiss to you, Cece. Right there. You're right here. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That ookie shit. Anything that's nasty, that's her. I mean it. Yuckadoo. Yuckadoo, yuckadoo, and yuckadoo.
You may not like me saying it, but that's the reality of what is happening. And the quicker we recognize that that's happening, the quicker hopefully we can get pressure to freaking remove Donald Trump or impeach him or throw him out or build, because this guy is going to take us further and further into this deranged, demented war. And there's going to be a lot more Americans who are going to be killed as a result of this. Listen to what the senior Iranian official Mohsen Razi said regarding the end of the war. Iran says we're not going to end this anytime soon. They said, one, we want reparations, full compensation for all damages that have been caused to Iran. And number two, we want full U.S. withdrawal from the said regarding the end of the war. Iran says we're not going to end this anytime soon. They said, one, we want reparations, full compensation for all damages that have been caused to Iran. And number two, we want full U.S. withdrawal from the Persian Gulf. If those two things don't happen, we're not going to damages that have been caused to Iran. And number two, we want full U.S. withdrawal from the Persian Gulf. If those
We want you to admit the BS that you running around here doing. And then after you admit, America, what you have done, we want you to get the hell out of Dodge. That's what he said. I don't see that being a compromise. If that's what was that the compromise Donald Trump was thinking about or talking about?
Two things don't happen, we're not going to stop the Shahid drones. We are not going to stop blocking the Strait of Hormuz. They're going to wait until the oil goes up to $200 a barrel.
Yeah.
And
dang. $200 a barrel? How much is that? That's like $10 a gallon. That's like you can't get gas. And if you do, you better have $100 with you, even if you have a Kia. Your Kia won't be able to fill that tank up with $100. That's what he's just said. Did you guys get that? Yeah, exactly, Lisa. How do you steal a whole weapon? It don't make sense. That's the liathon. That's the liado. The liathon, the liado, the liathon. Right there. Pick it up and bend it. Congress is a joke. It is. And the Democrats are weak. They are weak. They are weak. You guys are weak. What the hell do you do every day? What is your job? If not to stop this. Go and pretend. Woo, Lord. I thought you would stop with the cyberbullying. I almost stopped, Lee. I almost stopped doing YouTube when she started doxing me. That scared the hell out of me, the doxing. Not the court stuff and all that, because I knew she was going to lose. But the doxing is what took me to the point where I lost all respect for her. I just thought she was scum at the bottom of my shoe. That's when I called the police. And that's why I have a police report on her to this day. That record will never go away. So regardless of how she feels like she's safe in Canada, you have a police record here. You have something on file with your 3 things with your name between me, Danny, and Polly. You have 3 cases. Well, 2 in Texas. 2 in Texas. A whole report. I can post it. I could post my police report. Let me just clear with Danny. Just want to make sure, you know, da 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 da, and I can post it. I do too. I do too. I do too. I am not anti-Trump. I am anti-scared of Trump. Patty. I am anti-scared of him. Scared of dude. Listen.
We should be expecting that this is going to cause global economic catastrophe. That's what's actually happening here. Here, let's play this clip right here.
Doctor, there have been discussions regarding a ceasefire. What is your opinion on a ceasefire and Iran's potential closure of the Strait of Hormuz?
The Strait of Hormuz will not be opened. No American vessel has the right to enter the Persian Gulf. The presence of the United States in the Persian Gulf is the primary cause of all the instabilities of the past 50 years. Without the U.S. withdrawal from the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz being controlled by the regional countries themselves, especially U.S. and Oman, who are on both sides of this strait, it's impossible for security to be established. The end of the war is also in our hands. We will consider the war over only when, firstly, we have received all our damages from America. Secondly, we must achieve a 100% guarantee for the future, and that is not possible without the United States withdrawal from the Persian Gulf. Therefore, the second condition is the United States withdrawal from the Persian Gulf.
Okay, I've got some important news, so just give me a...
Wow. He said they need to evacuate. Get the hell out of here. The only way this war will stop is that he leaves, which means it's on, because they're not stopping. They're not putting down their armor for Donald Trump. They're going to go the distance. They're not surrendering. They didn't do what Venezuela. Donald Trump just walked up in there and walked out. He's not able to walk up in Iran. I'm anti-war, Patty. Which one are you? What side are you on? War? We are voting in France at the moment. Time to vote. Oh, the demon dictator has been a rock. She has been so awesome. Excuse me, I want to tell you, especially behind the scenes, you know, without her, some of her guidance and listening to her tell me to stop, move on, don't look back. That's over with. You've won. Move on. You know, sometimes it's hard not to have a flashback and for me to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like it just didn't happen. Like it just happened. Like this is what, in February and March, we were still going to court. So yeah, Demon Dictator has been great. And I value her opinion. And Danny too. I haven't talked to her in a while. I miss Danny. I miss you, girl. I sent you a little texty do to say hello. $8-9 per gallon. There it is. In your face. $15. Wait a minute. $15 per gallon, depending on the grade and the location in the world. $15 a gallon. Put a 1 in the chat if you see it happening. Prices are increasing rapidly. Maggot needs a pope to perform an exorcism on her possessed deformed feathers. I agree. I second the notion. A whole exorcism. It's easy to steal weapons, a whole missile, a whole to-do, and steal it from the United States? Unlikely. Okay, we're going to move on. Democrats enable Trumpstein by being weak. Well, there definitely something's going on with the Democrats that is making us sit back and watch this show and hope for November. It's weird. And the Republicans. I've never seen such weak Republicans that cannot stand up to their president. Scared. I've been and told him about himself so many times. What are you going to do? Fire me? The people got me up in here. Just scared.
A quick minute to break it down. Trump's war against Iran is creating a massive energy crisis right now.
What?
And we are in a much worse place than we would be if Trump wasn't so hostile to clean energy.
Woo.
Since Trump took office, he's taken a sledgehammer to clean energy initiatives. He's been closing clean energy plants and canceling projects, and the negative effects of these moves extend far beyond.
See what I'm saying? Canceling things, taking things away. Programs that we need, that we've had in place to help us. Now he's taking those programs away. So when something happens, we won't be prepared. And not just prepared, but those that don't have Medicaid anymore, those poor people in the SNAP program, all the programs that are leaving. And now gas prices is going up. How are these mothers going to get to work? That's reality. How am I going to get to work? I can't even put gas in my dang on vehicle because I can't get from A to B. $15 a gallon. You got to at least have $100 with you when you go get gas. That's what that tells me. Lisa says she's anti-Trump.
On the environment itself. We're talking thousands of jobs, but perhaps most importantly at this moment, we're talking about the destruction of a clean energy economy that would protect families from foreign oil shocks. Now that Trump has started this war, oil prices are skyrocketing, and so is the price of gas. The Wall Street Journal is calling it the most severe energy crisis since the 1970s. Now, imagine if the U.S.
The 1970s. In the 1970s was the big crash. Remember, I remember reading that in college. Like in 1973 was the big market crash. Right. Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. And no one would dare to, but here we are. It's mine, so I have to stay here.
Had a resilient clean energy infrastructure that made us less reliant on fossil fuels. Prioritizing clean energy isn't just good for the environment, it's strategically smart. Trump has discussed getting rid of these clean energy programs as part of his America First agenda, but in reality, it's the definition of putting America last. As always, we want to hear from you. Do you think the U.S. should be prioritizing clean energy? Are your gas bills or other energy bills going up? Sound off now in the comments.
Oh my God, my energy bill is freaking sane. I just paid the bill the other day, and it's I don't even have it on. I don't even have the electric on. There's no need. It's beautiful outside. I paid at least $400 to $500 a month. $400 to $500 a month. It was the last time it was 400, and that's like the cheapest it's ever been. And it's not even summertime yet, which means when I do run it, how much more will I be paying? Because if they start sending me a bill that's $700 to $800, I'm going to snap. We're almost talking about $1,000 a month on electric. That is insane. No one's paying that.
Make some noise. I'm going to be reading all the comments. Okay, Ben, back to you.
Oh, Danny should be back next week.
By the way, you have Iran's foreign minister Araghchi making it very clear. He's saying it on MS Now. Dude's on MS Now. Okay, hey, they're not hiding what's happening. They're on MS Now, and Iran is saying we are being supported by Russia and China militarily.
Wow.
We are militarily cooperating with them. He doesn't even have to say against who. Who do you think it's against?
Wow. So I know he keeps saying it, and he has help from China. Iran has help from China, and help from Vladimir Putin. Is that what he's saying? Okay, thank you, Lisa. I did text her. She did respond. Ain't nobody playing. That ain't no joke. That's a serious statement. There's something seriously wrong with that chick. There's something evil and sinister about Meghan. Maggot. No one's playing. That wasn't no joke. Ziggy. He can't even fire an elected official. Okay, well, that's good to know. $600. See, can you imagine as it goes up, you're spending $800 on your electric bill? And I have gas and electric. So I have two bills. And I've lost track on both of them. They're both around the same amount, $300 to $400. The gas bill may be a little bit cheaper. But I think in total, between the gas and the electric, I would say I'm paying $1,000 a month. Wow, that's interesting, Lisa. Interesting. Hello, Denise. When I lived in Texas, my electric bill was $400 plus. It was crazy. Where I live now, my electric bill is like what? $20 and $40. That's like nothing. Oh my God. Cassandra, you live way out, don't you? Are you the one that lives way out? I think I remember you telling me that.
And so while that's happening, while we know Russia and China are working with Iran against the United States, Donald Trump is thirsty for visiting Xi Jinping in April, visiting China for a state visit. Are you out of your mind? While throwing Taiwan and South Korea and Japan under the bus right now and taking away missile system there. By the way, you know how we're throwing Japan under the bus as well? You know those 2,500 to 5,000 Marine Expeditionary Unit forces who are now moving to the Middle East as Donald Trump's threatening a ground invasion of the Karg Island in the northern Persian Gulf that he said he's utterly obliterated, which he didn't. And those soldiers, that Marine Expeditionary Force was in Japan. And they were supposed to be protecting, they were there as
he said he was going to hit it again for fun.
Protection against China. We've removed the THAAD missile systems and Patriot systems from South Korea. We've removed a critical Marine Expeditionary Force and assets from Japan. who do you think is this benefiting, right? I mean, isn't it obvious? Zelensky was on with Fareed Zakaria, and he said something that shouldn't be shocking because we just heard the foreign minister say it of Iran, but here's what he had to say. Here, play this clip.
Do you have intelligence or any information about this report that the Russians are providing Iran with intelligence, specifically providing Iran with intelligence on where American troops are, where American assets are, so that the Iranians can strike and kill Americans?
First of all, Russia gave drones already, these Shaheeds. They are using Iranian licenses, that they built and produced a lot of drones. They gave them. I have 100% facts that that Iranian regime used against American bases and against our Middle East, and Middle East neighbors of Iran. They used these drones. We saw intelligence shared with us some details, and it was Russian details in these Iranian drones. That's the first. And the second point is my intelligence told me next that they think that they share information, intelligence with Iranian regime. They help them. And also, my intelligence told me that they said if Europe and the United States can help Ukraine with intelligence in this war, it means that Russia can help Iranian regime. This is their point of view on this. So it's a fact, and you see that it's not a big secret.
Right. And then you have the Turkish foreign minister, Hakan Fidan. Here's what he told the Associated Press. Our primary objective is to stay out of this war. I know that we are being provoked and we will be provoked, but we want to stay out of this war.
We don't want to be a part of this BS that Donald Trump got going on. Okay? We don't want it. We don't want to deal with it. We don't want to be a part of this. Stop trying to entice me into trying to be a part of this war. No, we do.
Similarly, there were lies that
So
France was going to be sending battleships to the Strait of Hormuz after Donald Trump's like, we're going to have a whole coalition of all these countries that have promised to help. Trump.
Yeah, our allies or even other countries that were going to help. Nope, they're not helping. They don't want a piece of this. They don't want to be a part of your war. Okay?
Just lying. And then, first Donald Trump posted, we have a whole coalition of countries that are going to be in the Strait of Hormuz, but that's just the lie. And an hour later, he said, come on, countries, this should be teamwork. Please join us.
Teamwork. This ain't no teamwork. This is a one-man show. And they know it. This is a one-man show. Put a 1 in the chat if this is a one-man show. Oh, God, the TV license. That is so funny. Pick it up and bend it. I learned that you guys got TV license. That is so unbelievable. It's a whole separate thing. And if you don't get it, you'll go to jail. Okay, guys, listen. They have to have TV license. And if they don't have it and they use it, they can go to jail. This is in the UK. Yes, Doodoo Bird told me. It's 180, says Marine. Who ain't helping? I know, CC, it's cray-cray. You can go to jail for it? Woo! I guess it's like stealing cable. Okay, let me see. I think I have one more video. He's great. I mean, I can listen.
Regarding Andrew, I think he should be treated like everybody else.
Where are we? Let me just see. I think let's move on, guys. I think I got one more. This one has Canada's prepares.
Canada is furious at Donald Trump and his despicable regime, and they are preparing for a possible war with the United States. That's right. Canada is not going to allow for any weakness. They are preparing for a possible United States invasion under the Trump regime. And you may say, well, that sounds outlandish, but nothing is outlandish when it comes to Donald Trump. And just think about the past 4 days, Donald Trump continued to say that Prime Minister Carney should be a governor, and Donald Trump continued the 51st state rhetoric. So let me talk about the tangible steps that Prime Minister Carney, on behalf of Canada, is taking to prepare for a possible United States invasion. And
they are preparing themselves for an invasion of the United States of America. Did you hear that? CC, that's what they do. Some people don't watch it. Like Pick It Up in Business said, I don't watch it. I don't pay it. They can get stopped, as I don't even use the BBC website for cooking recipes. They still send me letters though. I think it's unbelievable that you have to have a license. And if you don't, and you watch it, you will go to jail. They used to have trucks called alert trucks. Like they would go around to see if you were watching it. There would be like detectives, a detective truck. Imagine like the mailman. You know how the mailman gives you your mail? There's a truck that comes around to detect to see if you're watching the BBC. Because if you are, you were going to go to jail. Yep. Yes. Yes. Yeah, everybody has their own problems. We got our problems. Look what we're going through. Taking people's benefits away. We got our own issues and we all over there. Debbie, we are all over there. What are we doing over there? We're not going over there to help them, to better their regime, get them a better president, get them a democracy. Yeah, right. We're going to go over there, destroy their town, then come back over here and do nothing. And then count up all the collateral damage from this senseless.
to also project.
Now, Canada is on red alert. They don't know what the president is going to do. He's unhinged, they think. Canada's prime minister is getting things together. Their president is looking into getting their military and their stuff together just in case Donald Trump looks like he wants to take Canada, because Canada was on his radar at one moment in time. Remember, he said Canada can just be make Canada another state of the United States. And Canada said no. But, it's not up to Canada.
Strength and protect Canadian sovereignty. So Canada is expanding its military presence in the Arctic. How big is this initiative? Tens of billions of dollars, somewhere between 25 and $40 billion is
$40 billion. They are getting $40 billion worth of military equipment and people and stuff and things together just to prevent something from happening. 23 billion There is a good YouTuber called, oh, that would be one to watch. I would love to see that. Demon Dictator. We should definitely see that. Carneal. Yes, we should get that and watch it. That would just crack me up. Because I can't get over the license. I can't. And if you don't, you can go to jail, guys. Lisa, did you hear that? You guys could go to jail. Imagine. Hello, Lisa B. It's good to see you. Are you okay? No, I don't remember that, Debbie. What does that got to do with us? We were going to go over there and help. Is that what you're saying? Because that's not what Lindsey Graham is saying, and that's not what Donald Trump is saying. They're saying that they're going over there to blow some stuff up, and it's going to be fun. That's what they're saying. They're not talking about hostages. They're not talking about protests. They're not talking about anything, but there's an enemy. That's it. That's all I'm getting. The love. How do you guys feel about the invasion, America invading Canada? Who's fleeing to Canada? What do we think about Donald Trump taking Canada? That's my question to the masses. Oh, the license. That is so interesting to me. The whole license. People send him videos of members of the public that film the BBC in their doors. As long as you don't give them your name, they can't do anything. Just say no thanks and shut the door. Oh. BBC officers at their doors. Wow. They'll come to your door. That is something. Pick it up and bend it. I know, right? Lisa, go to jail for what again? What? Somebody said something about going to jail? Yeah, go get it. Okay, put the link in there for me and I'll go get it. Or I'll type in the name. Hold on. I got it, Demon Dictator. Where is it? Type it in again. Just type it. And then I'll go get it. Chili something. Oh, God, no, you wouldn't. Snowdrop, be careful what you wish for. Just because there is, what do you call it? Illegal problem. Oof. You would wish yet you hadn't wished that. That's for sure. You would wish because the people that voted for him is wishing that they hadn't have voted. Okay, here it is. Are you guys having fun? Hold on one sec. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to get it.
Now going to be invested by Canada in its northern regions in order to develop very complex defense systems there and to invest in complex defense systems within Canada as well. Prime Minister Carney was speaking in one of the Canadian territories, Yellowknife, where he rolled out this 25 to 40, saying $40 billion plan to improve the defense of Canada. Also, one of the things that we've seen Canada do as well is bolster its sovereignty when it comes to satellites, its push to space. Big deal here because Canada realizes, look, they can't be dependent on Elon Musk's satellites. And so Canada really needs to diversify here. So Canada will be launching hundreds of satellites as part of a national defense agenda, as the New York Times writes, since Donald Trump's trade war began last year and since Donald Trump's he's threatened to invade Canada. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here, but Donald Trump is someone who's basically created a war involving the entire world right now. He unlawfully invaded Iran. Now the entire Middle East is engulfed in a war. Donald Trump has essentially stolen away THAAD and Patriot systems that he gave to South Korea. You have Kim Jong-un in North Korea launching a massive missile test the other day. You have Donald Trump attacking Zelensky while lifting sanctions from Russia to allow Russia to flood the market.
Hold on. Sorry.
Trump, Kim Jong-un in North Korea launching a massive missile test the other day. You have Donald Trump attacking Zelensky while lifting sanctions from Russia to allow Russia.
Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna move it over to
Russia to flood the market with previously sanctioned oil, enriching Russia to the tune of tens of billions of dollars, while Russia is helping Iran kill American soldiers and target American interests in the Middle East. And so this is who Donald Trump is: malicious, reckless, idiotic, and Canada knows it needs to prepare for this. And in terms of just the United States further attacking Canada over the past few days, I mean, Donald Trump announced, with this war going on in Iran and the rest of the world, Donald Trump announced that he's expanding trade investigations into Canada. So, you know, Donald Trump's trade war against the world based on IEEPA was deemed to be unconstitutional and unlawful by the Supreme Court. So then Donald Trump invoked the Trade Act of 1974, Section 122, which is also unlawful for Donald Trump to do. But that's what he did after the Supreme Court ruled against him. But you see, Section 122 has a limitation in terms of its time. It's like 150 days or so. And so Donald Trump has also invoked Section 301 of the Trade Act, which requires like findings of misconduct if you launch investigations into countries. And again, Donald Trump's completely abusing Section 122 and Section 301, but he's basically accusing Canada of engaging in all of these trade-related crimes and misconduct so that Donald Trump can take serious retaliatory action against Canada. Remember last week I had the leader of Midas Canada, Charlie Angus, on the program, and he's talked about how Canadians truly believe, and rightfully so, that it would not be a surprise if Donald Trump soon decides to invade Canada. I know that concept sounds, come on, Ben, that's never going to happen. Speak to the Canadians who watch this program, and most of Canada right now is following the Midas Touch Network. We're the biggest podcast in Canada. Speak to Canadians; they rightfully fear and feel that Donald Trump could potentially invade a cohort of Trump and Putin. Canada needs to prepare and protect itself. So,
can you imagine? Snowdrop, did you say what I thought you said? You wish Donald Trump would invade Canada, the UK? No, you don't want that. You don't want them invading, because that would just mean war. Because I'm sure not all of Europe thinks the way you do. How do you know? He wants it. He wants Canada. You know he does, Debbie. He said he wanted Canada. I found it. Good, good, good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. Imagine him invading Canada. Yep, a possible draft. Pickles, you heard right. Yep, a possible draft. Word on the curb. Yes. Yes, I've seen Dell. She was in here the other day. She's doing great. It was just not too long ago. Yeah, the love. I thought, yes. And I have her number if I need to reach out and check on her. Just a little bit more of this, and then we'll move on.
let me show you also what Prime Minister Carney has been saying and doing just over the past 48 hours. He's been very busy lately, and this follows his return from a trip overseas to Australia and elsewhere, firming up the relationships there. And I previously talked about how brilliantly Prime Minister Carney is serving as basically this broker between trans-Pacific partnerships and transatlantic partnerships, forging these bonds between Europe and Asia as Donald Trump betrays everyone. And Prime Minister Carney, one of probably the most prominent, knowledgeable, well-liked central bankers, right? He led the Bank of Canada, led the Bank of England through massive financial crises, is the perfect
I'm going to skip it. I want
United States to prepare and protect for anything, including a potential invasion by Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
And today, we are announcing a series of transformative initiatives that will help unlock the full potential of this vast region. We're moving forward with an ambitious new plan backed by more than $40 billion of investments in Canada's North and Arctic. Investments to defend our sovereignty and to...
These people aren't playing. These people aren't playing around, Debbie. These people that are preparing a $40 billion defense mechanism against the United States are not playing around. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Canada is playing. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Canada is not taking this very, very seriously. Yeah, Snowdrop. He could turn Canada into a big casino or golf situation, his own little town. These people are preparing themselves. They are not playing around with Donald Trump. That's the difference. Okay, thank you, Lisa, for that. Take a look at what Lisa has said. No one has to go to a draft for an illegal war. Look it up. America has a constitution and all this Trump crap is illegal. The love, we, AU, arrested a beautiful 18-year-old girl here at a peaceful protest she had from the river to the sea on her top. She could get 2 years in jail. Look at there. Look at there. Are they putting people in jail? That is so sad to love. Exactly. Where is the martial arms? Where's the guards? Where's the people that pick up corrupt politicians, corrupt presidents? I'm with Lisa on this one. He's corrupt. He done made $3 billion since he's been in office. And for what? Inside trading? Cutting back on everything that we need? Where is he coming up with this $3 billion? Or is it $6 billion? He was remember when he was selling Bibles and selling pendants and shoes and stupid stuff like that to make money? Now he's a billionaire. Make that make sense. But he's going to help the people. Remember,
Yeah.
Eric, he's going to help the people, all the little people make money because he's a business person. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Sammy thought, because she voted for Trump, that because of the business side of him, it was going to make the country better. No, that is not what happened. Voting for him made the world a little bit of hell. Okay.
He's had failed businesses. So if people really don't know, it's perception. The perception is he's a very successful businessman.
Right.
But the reality of the matter is he had failed casinos.
Very failed.
Yeah.
Situations. Bankruptcy, borrowing money, never paid it back. Yeah, I don't blame Canada. Listen to look, he is not playing. Canada strong, building Canada strong. Canada prepares military for Trump's invasion. And then next thing you know, Debbie, we'll be hearing about it. Oh, Trump's invaded Canada. Get the hell out of Dodge. Because nobody thought he was going to do Iran, or Venezuela. Who's on his list next? He thinks this is going to be a walk in the park. Canada is preparing. They are not messing around. Canada is preparing for an invasion using $40 billion. $40 billion of their money. I remember many years ago, Trump wanted to buy St. Andrews Golf Course here in Scotland. Yeah, what a arrogant moves. He was unsuccessful. He was told to bugger off and take his wig with him. Honey, Rocky Doo. He just bought other land and owns 2 or 3 courses there now. Yep.
Deter new threats. Investments to connect, build, and transform northern and Arctic communities. With this plan, we are taking control of our future. We will no longer rely on others to defend our Arctic security or to fuel our economy. We're taking full responsibility for defending our sovereignty. And we are unleashing a range of new economic opportunities for the over 140,000 Northerners who will.
Are they cutting off the United States? Did they just say that they are not playing any games with the United States of America? They ain't playing. They ain't playing.
Sovereignty. And we are unleashing a range, or taking control of our future.
We are taking control. I'm going to put the captions on. Okay? This man ain't playing. I love it. I love it. I love how he is like, you ain't coming over here. You can't take what belongs to us. Get back, Jack. Get back, Jack. Yep, that's right, to love. Lisa B says, yeah, right. I've just gotten comfortable with the living paycheck to paycheck. That's not changing anytime soon. The rich will get richer and us little guys will just stay the way we are or get worse. Lisa B. Because everything is about to go up. Canadians took their public firearms away too, so their military can use them. See, they're preparing for battle. And not only are they preparing for battle, they're cutting some stuff off. We are all, you think, to love? Yes. I'm going to get him back on one day. Financial crisis, no drop. I've seen those reports. What crisis? We're in another crisis. We're in a war. And look at these people. Look at Canada. Canada is afraid. Excuse me. They are not afraid. They're preparing themselves for battle. In other words, you're not going to come over here and do a take-a-do. No take-a-do's here. No. He said, when we finish this, we're going to move on to the next situation. Hello, Beth. Remember the guy that had a piece of land Trump needed for the golf course, and he went on an expedition to the North Pole or something like that? No, I don't remember Pick It Up and Bend It. You think they're struggling now? Wait. You think they're struggling now? I would be upset if the United States took all my firearms away from me. Let the government buy their firearms, our own firearms. I would be too. Yeah, that is true, especially in the UK. Yes, he's poking the bear. Obviously, they're preparing for it. They are not effing around. because you don't decide to defend yourself with $40 billion worth of defense if you didn't think that America was a threat. You know what I'm saying? $40 billion worth of defense. Jesus. Let me tell you something. That's what you talk. That's how you prepare for battle. $40 billion. Bring it, they said. You are going to hate you stepped into Canada because we're going to fight to the death. And we're going to start off with $40 billion of defense.
To connect, build, and transform northern and Arctic communities. With this plan, we are taking control of our future. We will no longer rely on others to defend our Arctic security or to fuel our economy.
Ooh.
We're taking full responsibility for defending our sovereignty.
We don't need you to help fuel us. We don't help. We're going to fund our own stuff. And we're taking control of our situation. This is what we have become because of Donald Trump. This is Trump. This is why this leader right here is speaking out and saying we will not sit by and just let this just pretend like it ain't happening. But we're going to prepare ourselves. That is what you're supposed to do. Maybe this sounds silly, but the way the cost of living is rising and we are struggling, this channel would be a good way to give each other money saving tips. Wouldn't it be? That's a great idea. You know, when I met my husband, he had like these jars of just coins, and they're in there. And I need to go and take that money, and I could put that money in the bank for Kara, add that to Kara's education fund. You know, just 2 jars of big things of money, of coins and, you know, all kinds of stuff in there. And I need to go and put all that in her bank account. It's not that I'm not going to do it. It's just about doing it. That's one way of saving for her college fund. And then it draws interest. But she's got money from her birthday when she was 1 that I have, just cash. So anyway, I don't know why I went into deep that thought. That was just a tip. Any tips we can give each other to help save money during this time would be great. You know, like if you can't afford it because you're living check to check, just put $5 a week away. Try that and like make a sacrifice. Like I'll say, we're not going out to eat this week. We're not going to brunch. We're going to save that money and I'm going to cook breakfast. You know, sorry. Didn't mean to take it there. But it's such a great idea. Such a great idea. But these people are preparing themselves.
Our economy. We're taking full responsibility for defending our sovereignty. And we are unleashing a range of new economic opportunities for the over 140,000 Northerners who will benefit from stronger, more connected communities, more opportunities, and a higher standard of living.
So,
oh yeah,
then,
and any money that I get from YouTube, I also put it in my daughter's education fund or something go towards her. The last time you guys were giving me, you gave me enough money for her baby, her birthday. It was really cool. And then we had a tour of the party. It's under members.
In the same 48-hour period after being in Yellowknife, Prime Minister Carney was in Norway, where he was with Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Støre,
Right.
German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, and they held a news conference regarding.
Okay, this was not supposed to be all about Trumpadoo. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to shut this live down and we're going to open a new one. And I want to open it with the license. Okay, come back for the license and Nancy and Harry and Meghan. Okay, I think that would be the best thing to do. Do you guys agree? Literally, like not even 10 minutes. But I definitely want to do the license. Like we have to do the license, guys. So I say we come back and do the license, take Trump out, because I don't want people to think that I'm talking about him. Yes, see? There you go, Snowdrop. That's a wonderful tip. Yes, I'm starting to cook more. I'm definitely starting to cook more. Yeah, yeah, that's a big thing for me is to cook because I feel like I save a lot when I cook. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to start a new live. Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to just keep going. Because I can just keep going. And we can move on to the license. That stuff is funny. It's called the telly. It's not a TV. Telly license. There it is. Okay. Hold on. I'm messing up. Edit. Okay, there we go. Let me come back. Okay, awesome. I think it'll be great too. Come back. I've already created the new thumbnail and we're going to talk about the license. We're going to find out if there's any updates on Nancy, any leads. And then we're going to end with Meghan and Harry. I think I got a few clips about them too. Funky Dineva. Oh my God, he is so funny. Yes, I would love to do a Funky Dineva one. Okay, we can do that. Snowdrop. If you come back, we'll do a Funky Dineva. Okay? Is that what you're asking, Funky Dineva? We'll do a clip of his. I'll find one. What does the 2 mean? 1 means we're starting a new one. No? I don't know. I just think it's so long. You don't like, I don't mind long videos, but dang, you can really, really, it's 2.5 hours. Let's shut this down. Okay. I'll see you guys in a sec.